to you. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laughter, sing for the tear. Sing with me, just for today, maybe tomorrow the good Lord will take you
Hello Blackhawks and happy Friday. We hope you're having a great time here on campus with so many great sporting events going on.
On today's show, we're talking about Black History Month and a local Gilbert bakery.
All this and more on today's show of the Blackhawk Buzz.
Here. Yeah. Here. Yeah. Yeah. People in the music and the move it all together now. Yeah. See. Yeah. Repetitive etiquette and a highly original. Here. Yeah. Here. Yeah. Bring the people in the music and the move it all together now. They. Yeah. Will. Yeah. Check it out now. This is a necessary change from the Grimson Bull and Plain. Gonna exercise.
Good morning Blackhawks, I'm Xavier Gordon.
And I'm Eric Walker.
And you're watching the Blackhawk Buzz.
All track athletes and anyone interested in coming out for track, please be cleared through Activate, previously registered my athlete, and have a completed physical by February 6th. Also, they are currently having preseason practices on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 3 p.m. until February 6th. If you have any questions, please come ask Coach Hunt in room 194 or Coach Fentress in the athletic hallway.
On Wednesday, 17 hard-working Williamsfield student athletes signed scholarship papers to attend 2- and 4-year institutions. The signing was highlighted by Jocelyn Josiah Dye, signing to the University of Texas, El Paso, Lauren Webb to Incarnate Word, Mateus Bugg to Colorado State University of Pueblo, Colton Campbell and Breck Mullins to Southern Utah. Congratulations to all our Blackhawks who signed, and good luck with your future endeavors. Way to make us all proud.
There are many family-owned businesses around the valley, but Rise Up Bakery brings a fresh and unique take on baked goods. Emilio and Ethan went down to see their amazing pastries they offer to the community.
Rise Up Bakery is a family-owned bakery specializing in many treats and pastries. But what makes their baked goods so special, and what makes them stand out amongst the competition?
I'm not a baker, unfortunately, but from what I've seen just working around and just being around all the equipment, there's a lot of bulk items that we have to order every week, and there's a lot of meticulous work that goes into each pastry and lots of detail.
The owners promote a healthy and friendly work environment, giving their employees a positive workplace.
It's really fun because since it is like the only one, we get to work closely with like the bakers and the owners and like morning shifts, so it's like really tight-knit, so it's a fun environment.
It's such an amazing environment. I'm lucky enough to work with some of my closest friends, so that absolutely helps the environment be just so bright and warm. And there's just always such a happy attitude here. Never a lot of negativity.
The bakery specializes in many tasty pastries, but also offers a wide variety of tasty treats throughout the holiday seasons.
The cinnamon rolls, just our original cinnamon roll with the cream cheese frosting. And usually for every holiday we make different flavors, and our sugar cookie. We usually have a different sugar cookie for each holiday. Like right now we have our Valentine's Day Conversation Heart cookies, and those are super good, big hit.
So if you're looking for a tasty snack, come on down to Rise Up Bakery between North Higley Road and East Guadalupe Road. This has been Ethan and Amelia signing off. Now back to the studio.
Last week, the girls basketball team beat Castile 58-53. Also, they beat Higley 46-23. And on Tuesday, they beat Casa Grande 75-40. Tonight, they play their last regular season game against Mountain Point at 7 p.m. at home. See you there, Blackhawks.
Last week, the wrestling team beat Higley 78-3. Last Saturday, the boys traveled to Payson to participate in the Tim Van Horn Invitational. As a team, they finished in first place and were led by first place winners Rylan Fouché and Tyler Tui. Also, Kellen St. Louis and Sam Kisting were second place winners.
On Tuesday, the boys soccer team beat Mountain Point 2-0 in overtime. Juniors Lucas Shore Fernandez and Caleb Cooper each chipped in one goal for the Blackhawks. Special shout out to senior Parker Vogel for the shutout. Tonight is senior night for the boys, and they take on Higley at 6 p.m. in the football stadium. Good luck.
The University of Arizona will be presenting on campus during second hour on February 9th, next week. If you are a senior that's been admitted to U of A and plan on attending, come learn about your next steps. There are a few things you need to know about complete your enrollment and choose housing. Sign up in the Career Center or use the QR code on the TVs.
With a recent spike in interest in modifying cars in the Japanese domestic market, Julian and I sat down with senior Miles Aguilon to talk about his personal interest in cars.
My name is Miles Aguilon. I drive a 97 320i Vert.
Miles Aguilon, a fellow student here at Williamsfield, has a special hobby for modifying cars. But just what has he done to his own?
It has a body kit, coilovers, control arms from the E46. It has an angle kit, drift ready e-brake, welded diff. It's tuned, has headers, custom exhaust, has a body kit, it's wrapped, has bride seats, and it has a quick release steering wheel along with custom wheels.
Modifying cars is a special hobby, but how do you get into it?
I've had a BMW E46, which was a 2005 325i, along with owning a Mercedes that I just slammed.
How is he able to afford buying all of his parts for his car?
I work a job and I sell PCs, and I get most of my parts used or from junkyards.
With graduation coming up, how does he see a future with continuing this hobby?
I see a future with myself tuning as more tuners come out daily, so I see myself in the future tuning cars for other people.
He leaves us with one piece of advice to those who want to start modifying their cars.
Buy parts from the junkyard and watch videos on how to work on your car.
With Miles seeing a future in modifying and tuning cars, he'll continue this hobby after high school for himself and others. This has been Julian and Xavier, now back to the studio.
This year, our annual Sadie Hawkins dance will take place on Saturday, February 11th in the gym from 8 to 11 p.m. This year's theme is Space Jam, so think planets, stars, and space. Sadie Hawkins is traditionally a casual girls-ass guy dance, but you do not need a date to go. You can dress to the theme by wearing basketball jerseys or just dress casually. Tickets go on sale Monday online and outside room 120 at lunch and will continue through Friday, February 10th. Tickets are only $20 with an activity card and $25 without, but they will go up to $30 at the door, so please make sure to get yours early. Also, guest passes are available through an envelope outside room 120.
Congratulations to the girls soccer team for defeating Mountain Point 7-0. Tonight, they play Higley at 6 p.m. at home. Good luck, girls.
February is Black History Month. Henry enlightens us with some facts about the history.
Black History Month has been in effect since February 1986. Congress passed the Public Law 99-244, which helped recognize African Americans and their contribution to American society. For example, Martin Luther King or Harriet Tubman. But today, we're going to be talking about George Washington Carver. As a young, aspiring man, he always had an eye on various plants and animals. Born in Diamond, Missouri, 1864, and sadly passed away on January 5th in 1943, he attended Iowa State Agricultural College, where his fondness of agriculture developed. He became an agricultural scientist and inventor that promoted alternative crop methods to prevent soil depletion due to the repetitive planting of cotton, which had depleted the soil of certain nutrients like nitrogen. So he urged farmers to rotate crops with plantings of sweet potatoes or legumes such as peanuts, soybeans, and cowpeas. This was called systematic crop rotation, and it helped farmers restore the land with the right nutrients that were good for human consumption. But it also improved cotton yields and gave farmers alternative cash crops. Many people have said that Mr. Carver was almost solely responsible for the rise of U.S. peanut production. Over his lifetime, he has created over 300 uses for peanuts, including chili sauce, shampoo, shaving cream, and glue. Today, both peanuts and sweet potatoes are consumed regularly by millions of people across the country. Through his research and discoveries, Mr. Carver helped raise the standard of living for poor farmers of the South by increasing their cotton yield and improving their diet with the growth of peanuts and sweet potatoes. Without his farming techniques, it would not have been the same today. This was Eric Walker with your Black History Month fact. Now back to the studio.
Stuco will be selling crushed grams starting Monday through next Friday for only $1 outside room 118 during both lunches. You can send your friends or your crush a Valentine's surprise for only $1. Crushed grams will be delivered on Tuesday, February 14th.
Cinderella is a Disney's timeless classic. But what happens when a teacher uses it for a lesson in class? Kaden and Frank ventured to see Miss Locke's special lesson.
Learning Spanish can be hard for many students. Mrs. Locke adds a fun twist to her lesson to make it easier.
So we're reading a story in Spanish, and today's lesson, they're actually acting out the story as well, because getting that aspect of the motion and the kind of silliness is a little bit easier to remember when it comes to if I test them or want them to just retell me the story, but in Spanish.
Many of Mrs. Locke's students enjoy her way of teaching.
I think it's a good way of learning just because you remember like funny stuff like that instead of like just going around in class reading as a whole group.
I think it's a good way to get everyone like more involved and have like the class actually like pay attention more, because they're having their other classmates go up and just like act out stuff. It's kind of just funny and it gets more people like involved in it.
Mrs. Locke enjoys seeing her students having fun while learning Spanish.
I think the funniest thing is just watching the kids act. They also enjoy wearing the props and the little costumes that I have for them. It just makes it a little bit more fun that way, especially for their audience. They really get a kick out of it.
Having fun with visual learning can make learning a new language easy. This is Caden and Frank. Now back to the studio.
Bandits! Hundreds of them! 6 o'clock! It's got German markings. Let's get them!
The Black Student Union is hosting a movie night on February 16th in the Nest. The movie is Hollywood classic Red Tails. Come on out at 6 p.m. to enjoy the show.
Our boys are getting cut to shreds.
I need pilots.
Powderpuff is a high school tradition where the girls play football and the boys do the cheering. Following the game, our very own Xander and Owen went behind the scenes to show you everyone is responsible for making this event special.
Powderpuff is a yearly tradition here on campus, with lots of unnoticed work going on behind the scenes to make the event possible.
I chose to do Powderpuff because it's fun. It's something you don't get to do. A lot of people I know are on the team, so I just get to play football with them and it's fun.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. Saw the roster, I was a little nervous. I was like, you know, the juniors have some athletes that I know of, but hey, we came out here and the first day I was really impressed. We were looking good on offense, defense we're looking good. We're gonna be successful, win or lose. We're having a good time out here and that's really all that matters.
Bonding with the team has got to be the best part. That's where the performance all starts. You got to be good with your team and make new friendships. That's also really cool about joining Powderpuff, is you get to talk to people that you don't usually talk to on a normal day, so it's nice talking to new guys.
The biggest reason I wanted to coach Powderpuff was because the routine just like looked so much fun, and it looked so much fun to create that, and I really wanted to work with the boys and kind of show them what Powderpuff is.
Time of your life. You think like, oh, I got to go to these practices and do cheer that I don't know. Just go out there, be yourself, try stuff new, meet new people. It's just opportunities. Just take those up in life.
That's all we have for you this week, Blackhawks.
We hope you come out and support all the teams competing tonight here on campus.
Hope to see y'all next week.